All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. Uh, Group stage of the World Cup is finally over today. Probably the best part of the World Cup is the group stage, but we now got the juicy matchups of the round of 16. Um, Ali, how
Hey,
you
yo,
doing, man?
Juicy.
Good man. How are you?
And Mustafa, we'll talk about your World Cup experience later, but how you doing, man?
I'm doing
Good.
well, bro.
It's
Glad to
good.
be here as always.
And Ayub, what's up?
My name's also Mostafa Diab, actually.
I like how you have the CONCACAF thing in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would have thought US would be the best ones out of the group of CONCACAF? But yeah, I mean, we can start with Mustafa. Actually, you actually went to Qatar. How was your experience?
Beautiful. I feel like it's definitely like, in my opinion at least, the best World Cup, like games wise, just the setting wise, country, vibes, everything. The only thing I would say, because I went to Russia as well, the only thing I would say that Russia had over, and you can't really blame Qatar for that because they built most of the stadiums brand new. But the only thing I would say that Russia had over Qatar is the experience going and coming out of the stadiums. And Qatar is such a unnecessary long walk, and like they take you through like instead of it being a straight line, it goes right left all the time. Like it's very bad, and they don't have like a lot of good necessities for handicapped people and stuff. And like just going walking a lot of like a long distance to the stadium and then on the way back out and then taking a bridge and like taking a bus to go to the metro. That's pretty it's pretty dense for a lot of people, like including my parents. But aside from that, like Russia already had their stadiums, like the Zenit St. Petersburg Stadium
Right.
and the Moscow Stadium. Like these are all downtown in the city. You can go Uber, you can go walking, you can go buses, you can do whatever. It's in the center. With Qatar, like it's a developing country. Like it's amazing, but it's still like they take a piece of this desert and they built a world class stadium.
Yeah, there's
So
not
it's
much
gonna be
around the
more walking.
stadium and stuff like that.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only thing Russia had, like the organization, stadium wise.
But the
But
best
like
thing about
once
this
you
is
get
probably
into the
the proximity,
yeah,
right? Like maybe 30 minutes
yeah,
away. Like you can go
that's
to
the
any
best part.
game.
Like we attended like 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Never done before ever. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, the moment you enter the stadiums of Qatar, beautiful, all. But getting there and coming out, I feel like Russia was better in that. Everything else, I picked Qatar.
Did you feel
What game?
hot?
No, there was an insane breeze, bro. All my family got sick except me.
Really?
I swear to God, bro. It's insane. Everything they said bad about Qatar never happened.
Was it
It's
air
like
conditioned
it's
or was it
so.
just like windy
Oh
outside?
my God, I feel like that's why they got sick.
Yeah.
There's air conditions under your legs, which means the head of the person sitting in front of you, because
Yeah.
it goes down, right? Like bleachers, the person in
Yeah.
front of you
Yeah,
is
yeah.
slightly beneath you.
Right.
So that behind your legs is behind his head as well, and so on and so forth. So like it was cold, brother.
Yeah. And plus
Yeah,
I feel
like
like it's the easiest maybe access to like North Africa, obviously Senegal and
yeah.
even Asian countries. I feel like it's the most
Oh,
accessible.
yeah, like I feel why the Asian countries, and we'll talk about that now, but the Asian countries and the Middle Eastern countries are doing really well in this World Cup is because like they feel at home.
Yeah.
Like every game I went to of these countries, they were the majority fans for sure. It's
Right.
a home game. Like I feel like Belgium, aside from like them not deserving the game against Morocco, like flat out. But if you're in the stadium, it's a home game. It's like you're playing in Casablanca.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But amazing experience. Highly recommend for people that can.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, let's get on to the games. Obviously, how was the US like fans? Like were there a lot of US fans?
So like they made a announcement beginning of the World Cup of which country's fans bought most tickets, and USA were second, I believe, which is a lot.
Nice.
But like during the games, I feel like they either sat separately or they weren't all concentrated behind one goal. That they were really scattered. Maybe they appeared louder because of that. But I really like the fans, bro. Like there's a big turnout from US fans.
Yeah.
And like I gotta hand it to them because US surprised me. Like we picked our bracket and we didn't have US in it. Like the US team, US management, US fans, they're all doing amazing job.
Yeah. Ali,
we'll
start with you with the Netherlands versus US. Obviously, the first game of the round of 16. What's your first impressions?
I actually think, just going by how the two teams perform, that this is going to be a tight game. I think the US, the way they're playing, and especially like seeing it versus England, they can give a good game to anyone, like any team in this tournament. And like, I noticed their defense is solid. They're disciplined. They have a great midfield with the three, Adams, McKennie, and Musa. Their issue is their striker, as we know, and scoring goals in general. That's their issue, and Netherlands have a strong defense. That being said, all they need is one goal, and they could keep also Netherlands without scoring.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a toss-up this game. I'll let whoever else predict it, and I'll see. I want to hear what you guys say.
USA for sure.
Damn, for sure.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's a tight game. See, the thing is, USA will win if they can finish their chances because they won't get many.
I agree. 100% agree, brother. Like me watching them live against England and just like watching their games in general, USA's midfield is very underrated.
Yeah.
Defense, very underrated. Matt Turner, good goalkeeper. Their attack is sus.
Yeah. I'll say this.
Here's why. I'll tell you why, personal experience. And like I'm telling you this in the stadium. English fans appeared more because they were all sitting in the same area behind the goal. And they just appeared louder because I was in the English section, right? And they even like, you could see from the English fans that USA played better than England. Like you can tell their reaction. Why that game ended 0-0 is because USA can't convert their midfield domination.
Yeah.
If they could, they almost did. Yeah, they hit the bar or whatever. But if they could have beat England. Trust me.
Yeah, it wasn't like England were having so many chances on goal and like Matt Turner was having the game of his life, like Tim Howard or something like 8 years ago. But
yeah, I was speaking to a couple of Brits after the game, and they were like, "You guys deserved it." Literally verbatim. You guys
from Liverpool.
Yeah, no, we played
Timothy way up top.
Yeah,
Timothy Weah up top, and Aronson in the wing.
Yeah. So by the way, about Timothy Weah up top, they said that I've been talking to people, and they're saying that with Netherlands, because we haven't been converting our chances offensively, they pick Reina up top. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust that just because, like, I feel like in the World Cup,
you stick with what's working.
What's working, and I think Weah has more like finishing ability, as in he's taller, he can probably win headers better. He's more of like a threat. I mean, I know, of course, Netherlands have Van Dijk, and Van Dijk does good against like big forwards, but still, it's like I don't know. I feel like it'll be tough to score.
I mean, they should rotate the three, like however they play. They should rotate in the game. But yeah,
free flow attack.
Yeah, rotation is key. Honestly, bro, like with this game, like Ali and Ayub said, and Yusuf, like I'm gonna say this: USA are underdogs, 100%. But they've been playing good in the group stages, especially with that England tie and them almost winning. Netherlands are not top tier. We're not putting them with Brazil and Argentina and Portugal and
well, maybe Argentina, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Argentina being top tier or tier 2, that's another story. But I'm talking about Brazil or these teams that
Probably
are
France.
favorites, France and stuff. Yeah. They're not. To me, Netherlands are tier 2.
Yeah.
So for sure,
Netherlands not being wow is something that makes this game so much harder to predict.
And Senegal had chances against them as well.
Upset. Huh?
Senegal had chances against them as well. Like they've shown weakness.
If their goalkeeper didn't screw up, then they would have probably ended 0-0.
Yeah, that 2-0 score is deceiving. It's very deceiving, that game, bro. 2 goals by 2 mistakes in the last 2 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? It's deceiving. That game should have ended a tie if it was just. You get what I'm saying? I think if the USA convert offensively, USA go through.
Well, I'll agree with that, honestly.
Yeah.
And
the reason why I'm doing that is because we failed tremendously in not picking them in second and picked Wales. So I think we have to give it to them this time.
Yeah.
And plus, they've shown that they play with a lot of energy as well. Like they were, I think England was probably taken aback with that.
Yeah,
and look at England's midfield. Bellingham and Rice, like solid players, strong midfield, and US dominated.
Yeah, and as someone that was there in the stadium and saw the play-by-play live, I got to give respect to my boy because I've been roasting him when he was playing in Juventus. But Weston McKennie balled the heck out against England, bro. He balled it. You don't understand. I don't know if you guys saw it live, remember it, but he was getting the ball from USA's half and taking 6-7 dribbles and taking it to the box.
Yeah.
And no pass. He was just doing it himself. Loved it. If he plays like that, he can. Again, yes, we know Netherlands have Virgil van Dijk. I get that, bro. A generational defender, even though he wasn't in top form this season. They have good midfielders. Frankie de Jong, amazing vision. What's his name? That kid? Gakpo? Yeah. Amazing, bro. Right foot, left foot. Such a promising talent. Easily, we could be wrong and Netherlands could win 1-0, 2-0, easily. Yeah. I'm just taking, for the first time this World Cup, I'm taking a chance on USA.
Yeah. And I think going by form in the group, it's a good pick.
Yeah. Because Netherlands, let's be real, had the easiest group.
Yeah.
And they didn't win significantly, 2-0 against Qatar. 2-0 against Senegal is deceiving.
Yeah, they tied with Ecuador. So I hope my heart doesn't come against my brain, but let's pick the heart, bro. Let's pick USA.
Yeah, I could see USA having more chances and Netherlands winning.
Easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Easy. But at the end of the day, bro, USA having more chances and Netherlands winning is a win in our book because everyone thought that USA might not even make it out of the group.
Right.
And that's what we thought.
Yeah, I think also it's gonna be a close game. Whatever the result is gonna be close, not many goals and just one team will scrape.
Yeah, I could easily see 1-0.
Yeah, as a neutral fan, I'm not gonna lie, I'd want Netherlands to go through because I really would want to see Messi versus Virgil van Dijk that one-on-one. But other than that, if I'm talking about the heart, I wouldn't mind seeing USA go through for sure.
USA beating Messi? Who doesn't want to see that?
No. Let's talk about that.
That's a stretch, but
Yeah.
Hey,
pretty fast with the next one.
Hey, didn't Russia beat Spain last World Cup, right? Round of 16.
Yeah, so but that was on penalties.
Yeah, I'm just saying upsets happen.
I have a feeling that if this game goes to penalties, USA are winning for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm not. This game is so hard because Netherlands, again, they're not wow, and USA are just filled with ambition and youth. That it's such a hard one to predict, bro. I'm sorry. A part of me saying pick Netherlands just for the bracket being right.
Yeah.
But we didn't pick USA in the group stages, so let's just pick them now and screw it.
Honestly, I feel the thing with Netherlands is that they have good players, right? They're pretty good players. But in the World Cup, again, it matters about the team, right?
Yeah.
And USA is a pretty good team. They play as a team. They work as a team.
But
I didn't see that as much with Netherlands.
To be honest with you, my only like silver lining in picking USA and not Netherlands is because Netherlands, if they flat out like destroyed their group, I would have definitely picked Netherlands.
Yeah.
But it's not like they destroyed their group, bro. They tied with Ecuador, barely beat Senegal, and like I don't even remember the third team, bro. Like Qatar, like I didn't even watch it.
I think Qatar might have been the worst team at the World Cup,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
definitely, 100%,
Definitely.
bro. So like, it's not like Netherlands were tested and they're looking mad fine. You know?
All right. I don't think we need to spend much time. Obviously, Australia can,
I just want to
play
say
defensive.
this.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
just want to say this. DePaul, the Argentina midfielder, came out today and he said that the Australia game should be very similar to our Poland game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I felt like Argentina were the better team and Poland obviously just defend. But I see Australia doing the same thing as what Poland did. You can have the ball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I swear to you, obviously we're picking Argentina, but I swear to you, don't be surprised if Australia win by a set piece. Because I was in the Argentina Australia Tunisia game. Obviously, you're supporting Tunisia, and Tunisia.
I thought Tunisia played better, right? Yeah.
Tunisia killed them, and I lost my voice that game. But all it takes, one deflection, cross, header, goal.
Yeah. I think we're seeing more teams play on the counter and play like versus set pieces.
Exactly, and honestly, I feel like the Australians. There's a guy I forget his name. He came out in the press conference before Argentina, like talk about how like Messi's a human and he's not just like he was my role model, but now he's like it's not an honor for me to play him because he's a human and stuff. And he's like everyone picked Tunisia and Denmark over us. People thought we came here for fun.
Yeah,
and we didn't. The only people that believes in us is ourselves. So with that kind of motivation, and especially Argentina not being the greatest of teams, anything could happen. We're picking Argentina, but again, like watch out them corners, bro. I'm serious.
All right, Ayub, England versus Senegal.
You know what? I'm gonna have to pick Senegal because Senegal.
Okay,
but
so again,
they're a good looking team. I mean, again, against Netherlands, they looked decent up until the goalkeeper screwed up. So I'm gonna have to go with Senegal.
Wow.
But England, honestly, they look good. But if a team puts pressure on them, like Senegal will do, they struggle. The USA did exactly that.
In my opinion, and I'm sure you guys would agree that I think I'm not gonna talk a lot because I already talked a lot, but England Senegal is the same thing as Argentina Australia, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think Senegal is better than Australia.
And Senegal have wingers that are faster and they can actually play on the counter.
Right.
Definitely.
So they can wreck England, but because of the team and because of the significance of the loss, that it can't happen to Senegal in the round of 16, we have to go with England. And especially that England-France probability matchup in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm picking England. I'm hoping Senegal.
Ali, what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
I'm picking England too.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, you begin.
Okay. Like, again, like logically, I think England will win. But I think Senegal, again, my thing is, I don't think they can just sit back and play on the counter, right? They have to put a little bit pressure in the midfield for England because that's England's weakness. That's what the USA did. And, England in Senegal, I think has better strikers or better finishing than USA. So I think they could potentially win like that.
I agree with that, bro. I actually agree with that. And I feel like if it was Senegal instead of USA that started off that start with their wingers, they could have actually scored.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But like, again, you don't know if Senegal are going to crumble defensively when USA didn't.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. And
I don't think it's definitely a hard one. England for sure, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think England, but I'm going to have to go with Senegal. I think there will be another upset.
I hope so. Trust me, I hope so. I'll take it.
All right, Ollie, go.
Yeah, I'm picking England just because like I think Senegal have a leaky defense
Yeah,
and England have a I think England have a superior midfield. And I think
I agree.
that's the difference. Like that's why USA put up a really good game against England because they matched their midfield and even surpassed it in the second half.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
But
agreed.
yeah, that's it. England. We'll move on.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, I think US showed a good blueprint of like you gotta have speed and energy and intensity and pressing and all that and win the
Yeah.
ball. Like don't be scared to play England, like because England
Exactly.
they want you to sit back,
Like
but you can't be scared of them.
Yeah, that's
That's how
exactly.
every Premier
big
League
point
team
right there.
plays, bro.
Yeah.
Like the last thing I want to say about USA and Canada, by the way, don't be deceived that Canada went out crashing in the second round. They played amazing games. Like the score doesn't like do them justice.
Yeah, they were fun to
And
watch.
yeah, and they played well. And I want to say about USA and Canada, these teams, bro, they're gonna be dirty in the 2026 World Cup at home.
Definitely.
They're gonna be dirty, especially Canada.
Yeah, we'll see
Like
about
USA are
Mexico.
already good. Yeah, bro. I don't know about Mexico, but they have a lot to figure out with Tata Martino. Okay, continue.
He's probably done, right?
I
He
would.
is-
I
he
would,
is-
bro.
his thing and his contract ended after the World Cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. I think this is probably, France.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
much to say
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah.
like
I'm
Yeah,
honestly
definitely.
Poland advanced, but I'm not impressed by them. Like,
Yeah, same.
yeah, they can
yeah.
stand and take
I
pressure,
agree
but
with Ali.
that
I
only
agree
goes
with
so
Ali.
far.
I wanted Mexico to go in, obviously because Saudi Arabia weren't. I wanted Mexico to go in because I didn't want Poland to go in. Because all they did was defend, bro, and Chesney saved like a couple of penalties. That's all they did.
That's
Yeah.
not going to work against Mbappe and
Correct.
Giroud.
And bro,
Yeah.
if you got beat by Argentina 2-0, France could easily make it 4.
Yeah.
Probably 7-1.
Honestly, Saudi in that group were probably the second, most fun team to watch. Unfortunately, they have
Bro,
Definitely.
made some errors.
No. Saudi, let me tell you, like I feel like they would have qualified if it wasn't for their injuries, bro. Key players got injured early on, so that's
Okay.
another story though. That obviously Salim missed a penalty, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have changed everything. But yeah, France for sure. England, France quarterfinal. Oh yeah.
This is an interesting game. Probably nobody, put in their group or matchups.
Oh
But
yeah.
Japan versus Croatia.
This is a tough one, honestly.
So to be honest with you, I'll tell you why. Japan, amazing World Cup so far. But I feel like Croatia's, I'm not gonna say old. They're old, yeah. Some of them are old, but I feel like they have more experience, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
and you know what? Where I'm going with that, like where I'm going to support you with that, Mostafa, is that game with Canada.
Yeah.
That's what Croatia can do. Because Canada in the beginning was piling the
Yeah,
pressure.
Canada
That
should have
early
won.
goal, but like
Yeah.
look at the way Croatia responded, man.
Yeah. And I promise you, if that game was Canada versus Morocco and Canada scored in the first minute, Morocco would have got 4.
Yeah.
It's about
probably-
experience, bro.
Not many teams would have
Modric was
gotten.
always like-
Not many teams would have done that. Few teams.
Exactly. Luka Modric was like, "Yo, calm down, bro. Easy."
Bro,
They're
their
good.
center
All
back
around
is
their
probably
squad is good.
their center
Yeah.
back looks really good. Gavardio, I think that's his name.
Oh yeah. Oh, the guy with the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Bro, amazing. The last game alone versus Belgium, his price tag probably went up like 25 mil.
Yeah. I
Swear
mean,
to God, bro.
he's only 20 years old.
Yeah, he's only
That's
20.
insane.
Real
No,
Madrid.
but honestly, like again, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I wouldn't be surprised if Japan go through. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Croatia because of experience. That's it.
No,
Don't
I
add.
agree. Japan doesn't have the same experience, so I think it'll be Croatia.
But don't be surprised if Japan do it. Like I'm not
Definitely.
saying they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Japan has quality. They have a lot of Bundesliga players, and
they're fast, bro.
They're fast,
Like, these Asians, bro, they're fast. Even South Koreans, bro, they're hella fast, bro. They're so fit, I feel.
But the way that Japan gets the ball back, or like, it's actually, I think it's phenomenal how they like just put in on defense, how much the pressure they put.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably say Spain is like the highest, technical quality, but they still, got them to turn the
Oh,
ball
bro,
over.
we'll talk about Spain.
Literally.
We'll talk about Spain next, bro. We'll
Yeah.
talk about Spain. I have a lot to say about
All right,
Spain.
so Croatia,
Croatia.
Yeah,
And the next
I
one, I
think
think we can
Croatia
all
makes
agree.
sense.
Okay.
Brazil.
Yeah, let's
Brazil.
pick Brazil.
Yeah.
Because, bro, like that would be a huge upset, but like it might happen.
I don't see it
but
happening.
I just see it happening. Like if Young Min's son just like takes a lefty, worldy, upper Benjamins, and then just sets the game. But like realistically, we're picking Brazil.
Yeah.
Even though they lost today, but who cares? Everyone lost today.
Yeah, they literally didn't care about the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
So are we talking about Morocco, Spain?
we should talk about
Let's do it.
Uruguay 1 second
Okay.
before we move on from that
Yeah,
group.
so I really wanted Uruguay to win today. Not because of anything. Like I honestly wanted Ghana to win, but they choked early on. So the reason why I wanted Uruguay to pass is because I wanted that Brazil-Uruguay round of 16.
Yeah.
That would have been like a really physical matchup.
Yeah, and even if
Yeah.
Brazil won, that it would have been a war. Like,
bro, if
bloody,
Neymar was
bro.
playing in that, they'd break his
By the
back
way,
again.
like
For real.
Uruguayans are like insane when it comes to football being aggressive, bro. Like they fight, like it's like hockey for them.
Literally.
Like they just take off their boots and start fighting, bro.
What was
I
it
loved
today?
it,
They got
bro.
like 4 yellow cards. It
I
was a
don't
brutal
know.
game.
Good game for South Korea. I'm happy for them. Like you saw the emotions of the fans and the players after. I loved it. But bro, that Brazil Uruguay, because I don't want big teams to have easy opponents early on. I hate that for anyone. If you're anyone, so Brazil to have the first game a Copa America derby with Uruguay, and Uruguay might actually beat them like penalties or like a stupid goal or whatever, that would have been insane. But you never know. South Korea, they might do something. You never know.
The thing is, Uruguay didn't deserve it either. After their first game against South Korea, that was just like
definitely.
they were too defensive. I feel like in the whole tournament, except for maybe the last game.
Yeah.
And I mean, they have some decent players. I don't know. I think just tactically they got it completely wrong.
I think Cavani said something about that yesterday. I think he said a reporter asked him, why aren't y'all like scoring goals? And he's like, don't ask the attack, ask the coach. kind of what Ronaldo said about Carlos Queiroz in the 2010 World Cup Portugal. Because I don't know if you guys watched it like religiously, but people were asking Portugal, why aren't y'all scoring? And Ronaldo was like, listen, ask the coach because I'm here alone. And honestly, I remember this. Portugal versus Brazil in the group stage of 2010. They tied, but Portugal, Ronaldo would be the only one in the Brazilian half.
Yeah.
The rest are all defensive and trying not to concede.
Yeah.
And like you'd see Ronaldo dribbling like 3 Brazilians or 3 North Koreans or 3 Ivory Coast players. Seriously. And 3 Spanish
players. They won like 7-1 that game.
Yeah, I know, but like the Spain one, the Brazil one, you see Ronaldo trying to dribble Piqué, Puyol, and Xabi Alonso. And nobody's opening up with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, he told the media, ask the coach, I don't know. And Cavani said the same exact thing today because they haven't been scoring, bro. Aside from today, what they score? 2-0 against Portugal, loss, and 0-0 South Korea.
Yeah. They scored what? 2 goals today?
Yeah, that's the only goals they scored.
Yeah.
And the guy who scored De Arrascaeta, I'm so surprised he didn't start the first game. And
I know
that guy's super good, and he normally he started the previous tournaments. He's a regular for Uruguay. That was surprising.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did I mean, I don't know. Nunez didn't really get that many chances. Like he didn't really have that much opportunity.
And again, I think tactically it was just set up completely wrong. Uruguay.
Yeah. There was one chance. I don't remember who passed it in. I think it was either Valverde or Bentancur versus South Korea in the first game, where like they were going, and then he passed it to Nunez, but it was a bad pass. It was long. I don't know. Like Nunez was gonna finesse it, but it went to the keeper. I don't know if you guys remember that. But if that was a good pass and Nunes would have scored that, because I know his finesse as a Liverpool fan, I promise you it would have been probably a different tournament for Uruguay and Nunes. But it just shows you that the beauty of football is that it's choices, bro. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the Uruguay-Ghana game today, but in the last 2-3 minutes, Uruguay could have scored like 2 goals. Ghana were like, they had like 2-3 defenders and 4 attackers were running on them. They could have easily scored, but it's just choices. This game is choices. Like, you want to dribble yourself and shoot, that's a bad choice. But you want to give the open guy, it's a choice. Like, it's only a choice.
Yeah, I think in the Uruguay
so beautiful.
First game too, the guy he passed it too late to. I think that's the one you're talking about, right? He passed it too late to Nunes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the keeper got it, and I was like, bro, that could have been 1-0. And today they could have won like 3-0. It's just choices. This game is so beautiful because you think of like Lukaku, bro. How many choices did he have yesterday?
Yeah.
Like, bro, he should just retire, bro. After that game, he should just retire, man.
Maybe from Belgium, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, just completely.
Yeah, but I mean, also the World Cup is like, doesn't matter if you dominated the game, you got to put the ball in the net.
100%, bro.
People keep showing me these expected goals stats, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. That just shows me how bad how bad you're finishing.
Yeah, especially in the World Cup, that goes out of the window.
Yeah, it's not over a season. If you're like, if your expected goals are high throughout the season, that means you have you're gonna do well throughout the season. But if you only have 3 games to prove it, it doesn't matter.
And bro, honestly, like going back to Croatia for 1 second, I don't like how people are showing them like mad disrespect, bro. Like, these people are runners up, bro. Like, they're finalists. Like, the least you can do is say the truth that they deserve to be here. People are like, you know what? If Belgium would have won, they shouldn't have even been there and shit like that. I'm like, like, they deserve to be there. Belgium don't deserve to be there.
Yeah, Belgium probably even against the one game they won against Canada, they played like trash. Canada honestly played better.
Yeah,
but
they had like their butts.
Yeah. How many shots did Canada have on target? Like 20, or they had like 22 shots, but no one could finish for them.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Belgium is another one of those teams that similar to Uruguay, they just had like internal, I think, something messed up internally within their team, because De Bruyne was talking about how old they are, and like, you just depending on the wrong players. Like, Eden Hazard was like starting every game. I was like, bro, come on.
Yeah, like, be serious.
He hasn't played in like 3 years.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. There's a reason why he doesn't play.
And for a captain or a player to even come out and say, "Oh, we're too old" during the World Cup, that's just
we can talk about that a lot, bro. Especially the already existent beef between the Belgian players and like KDB versus Courtois and like their freaking ex-girlfriend.
Courtois stole his girl or something, right?
Yeah, like, bro, like, it's such a drama of a team, bro. Like,
honestly, I don't even think Roberto Martinez had anything bad to say. I think it was just the players, honestly, just a toxic.
Honestly, I respected Roberto Martinez for just like standing down, bro. Like, that was a bad performance. You suffer the consequences. That's it. Move on, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. And he's a decent coach, honestly. Like,
but like,
he wasn't bad.
Yeah, I just like, if we want to talk about sorrow, we should be sad that they didn't like do anything in the last World Cup. That's when they had the chance.
Yeah.
This was like a disaster from the first game, probably.
They got the 3rd place trophy last time.
Yep.
I still think they performed well last World Cup. It's just they were with France and they lost 1-0.
Yeah, and they lost by like a header, deflection, whatever. Like,
it was sad.
I think it was a corner.
Again, that's the past.
Yeah.
Now they're trash.
Yep.
Oh, you actually know? I think who scored that goal in that game was Umtiti.
Yeah. The dance.
Rest in peace, his career.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. We didn't see him since.
Hey, but why didn't they have Origi, man? Origi's
that's a good question, bro.
Origi's
honestly, as a Liverpool
man.
fan, I'm so sad that he left because he left because he wanted playing time, and he doesn't even play in AC Milan.
Yeah,
like, it's so sad. I would have loved him, bro.
They have another young guy too, Ketelare or something like that, but they didn't really play him that much. So they're playing Mertens and then Lukaku.
No.
But we should talk about Morocco. Obviously, like probably the most fun team to watch maybe in the
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
So guys, I wanna propose like a choice here. If I'm ready to pick Morocco over Spain, but I feel like we need at least just one upset. So it's either we pick Morocco and change it back to Netherlands, or keep Spain in and keep the USA. What do you guys think?
I don't think we
See,
have
it's
to.
like honestly, I think Spain played decent against what do you call it? What was the
Japan.
other team that they
They
played?
didn't play decent against anybody. The only
No,
team
they
they
played
played
decent
decent is
against
Costa Rica.
You mean Germany?
Costa Rica.
Yeah,
6-1.
They played
So-
good against Germany too, but they just it's the
No,
same
it's
thing. Like they
because-
didn't convert chances.
It's because
Yeah.
they tagged because both teams are trash. Let me tell you something about Spain, bro. Spain are still with that stupid mentality that never worked except 2010, bro. Like this modern day, I feel, in my opinion, tiki taka and like holding 90% of the ball without conversion, especially in a World Cup, means nothing.
Definitely.
Like Spain are amazing in passing. Yes, wow. What's happening? Like people were so happy that 7-0 Tiki Taka is back. Costa Rica didn't even show up. Yes, they didn't even show up. That's the whole point. They tied with Germany, a trash
Hey,
team.
they still played
and
better
then
than
they
Qatar.
lost to Japan. And are we beating them against Morocco? Again, you have to put it in context. This World Cup is in Qatar. When I went to a Morocco game, it was as if I was in Rabat. It was as if I was in Darul Bayda, Casablanca.
You saw the Fez caps.
Yeah, bro, all of them. And I'm telling you, bro, Spain are the away team.
The Maghreb.
Maghreb tribes are gonna eat.
Bro, and plus they have
So-
quality. They have a good their players play in good leagues.
Yeah.
Like, but the
This
problem
coach
is,
picked all the good players that they have available. This
yes,
is the
I
best
agree.
Moroccan team he could have put up, and the best way they're playing. I mean, I agree with Mostafa. I don't even want to take US out. For me, this is not wouldn't even be an upset per se.
I
This is-
agree. But
I
here's the
think
thing.
Morocco.
Here's the thing. Here's my problem with putting Morocco. I would love, bro. I would love for Morocco to go to the final, right? But let's put it into context and let's be realistic. They're playing Spain, right? A team that like a month ago in the UEFA Nations League beat Portugal. Okay? In Portugal, in Lisbon. So realistically, with all the reasons why we just said Morocco would beat Spain, come the time we pick Portugal over Switzerland, Morocco should beat Portugal as well.
I think they can. They have they play good
So are we
defending and
willing to bet right now that Morocco are making it to the semifinal against France?
I know France would definitely, in my opinion, destroy them.
I don't know about
Are
destroy.
we willing to put the money where our mouth is?
I don't know.
By
honestly.
mouth, by we, I mean me.
I mean,
You know-
I think Morocco, but Spain also Spain are going to dominate the possession crazy.
Yes.
Like Morocco's not going to have almost any chances.
Yeah. I just think about the Belgium game, and I feel like the same thing's going to happen versus Spain. A freaking free kick, corner, counterattack, deflection. The crowd goes wild. Spanish people remember Jordi Alba was crying in Anfield in the halftime when it was like 1-0. It was 3-1 aggregate, and Jordi Alba was crying in the documentary, bro. Like, imagine if he was losing 4. A guy would have been in an ambulance. So imagine when all these, and not only Moroccans, bro, like you saw Egyptians, Pakistanis, I swear to God, you saw Bengalis, you saw Palestinians, you saw Syrians, you saw, like, this is the Arab World Cup.
Yeah, I mean they're the only Arab
And
representative
best
in the World Cup.
Yeah, but they don't
Yes,
consider
best
themselves
believe
Arab.
when
Come on.
Morocco plays Spain, the fans are going to be there. It's going to be a red, and I'm not talking about Spanish red. It's going to be Moroccan red. So the same thing would happen if they beat Spain and they play Portugal.
But the thing is, I
And
don't know if they'd beat
Spain,
Portugal. I don't know.
The problem is
Why?
all the Arabs and the Indians will be wearing Ronaldo jerseys when they play Portugal.
like we're not.
That's
But
the
like,
only reason.
trust me. If Morocco from now on and in the group stages, they are the home team. Trust me on this one. Like I was
Yeah.
there.
No,
Yeah.
I agree.
So what are we saying? I feel that realistically, like to give people what they are owed, if Morocco beats Spain, they can beat Portugal for the same exact reasons. And to be
I just
honest
want to
with you, if
stop you.
Tunis beat France,
I just want to stop you there because for
yeah.
some reason, I think this next game, Portugal Switzerland, is so hard to choose.
Oh,
Switzerland
bro,
is such
I swear
a
to you, I was just gonna say
tough
the
team.
exact same thing when we go there. I believe that Switzerland can upset.
I don't
That's
think
not.
it'd
the
even
reason
be an
why
upset. They're
Portugal-
evenly matched.
They're almost evenly
Bro,
matched.
the reason why I'm taking Portugal is because of my dream of a Portugal-Argentina final.
I don't think.
I cannot live with myself knowing that the reason why I didn't have that final is because of fuck Switzerland, bro.
Because of Embolo.
It's because of
Shaka.
Roger Federer and
Granit
Embolo.
Xhaka.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Bro, how is Shaqiri still scoring? This guy's like 35.
Bro, I love it. I freaking love it. But
Bro,
yeah,
but
like
this would be the second time Spain would lose to like a host. You know, they lost to
in
Russia.
a row.
Yeah.
In a row. In round of 16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'd say Morocco, but I think, in my opinion, it would be Portugal. Because here's my logic, all right? So Portugal, they can win by playing like shit, right? Spain, I've never seen them play shit and win.
That's a really good point. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really good point. I'm
Yeah,
not
like
gonna lie,
Spain
bro.
only has one style of playing, and if they don't win that
Yeah.
way, then they kind of like
Yeah,
get
they're
countered.
not adaptive for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Portugal, like
Ronaldo and
Ronaldo,
Portugal, they
can
can
do a
adapt.
C from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can play
Okay,
quickly,
my
they can
question
play
is-
set pieces, they can play, free kicks.
Yeah.
Okay, are we picking Portugal over Switzerland?
Yeah, even though
Yeah.
it's evenly matched,
Okay,
I
but
wouldn't be
it's like-
surprised if Switzerland won.
Bro,
Yeah.
like Switzerland might actually win on penalties, bro. I see it.
Nah, Shaka
freaking
gonna
see it.
score from long range and the goalkeeper gonna make a mistake. Watch.
I
He's
hope
gonna sneak
Portugal
behind him. You saw that? Who was that? Iñaki Williams.
Yo, please. I cannot have Portugal losing from Switzerland. Imagine the quarterfinal being Morocco, Switzerland. Like, I would love that for Morocco, not gonna lie. But, like, for a neutral fan, oh my God.
Your old dream was Argentina, Portugal. Your new dream is USA, Morocco.
Yo, that. Okay,
That
so
would be
by picking
quite a final.
Morocco, are we still confident with the USA over Netherlands? I feel like we should have only one upset. I don't know why.
Nah, I don't think it's.
I know you
I-
don't think it's an upset. I see where you guys are coming from, but like
Yeah.
realistically, I feel like we should have just one underdog.
It's
Like,
fine, bro. 2 out of 8 is fine.
You know
For
what's
this
gonna
World
happen?
Cup, it's
You know
like
what's gonna
weak.
happen, bro? There's gonna be 4 upsets.
Senegal.
yeah, like Senegal are gonna beat England, Poland are gonna beat France, Morocco are gonna beat Spain, and Switzerland are gonna beat Portugal.
And then it's USA's World Cup to win.
Yo, if that happens, I'm blaming them if they don't.
All
But
right.
yeah, it's up to you guys. I just put that out there because I feel like we've already lost so much in the group stages. I don't want to lose again.
Well, it's fine. It's just like, for fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know about
Okay,
you.
let's do Morocco, Portugal. Screw it.
I
And
think
USA, Argentina.
Portugal. I think Portugal, honestly.
Yeah, let's do Portugal.
I think I'm gonna stop there. We can continue maybe next week.
All right, let's do it. Let's do that.
All right.
Let's
Sounds
see
good.
when do quarterfinals finish? 9th.
Yeah,
Tenth?
December 9th, 10th.
All right, perfect. Let's see.
Maybe next Friday, maybe. And that's when the quarterfinals are.
No, actually, let's do it after the round of 16 to see if we got the quarterfinals right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And hopefully we're right, bro.
Hopefully.
Let's try to get like six out of 8.
Yeah,
That'd
sure.
be
Let's
great.
try to
That'd
get
be great.
2 wrong.
It's actually hard. The more you, the later stages, it's hard to like predict.
Oh, 100%. But I feel like we should
Definitely.
have done better in the group
Yeah.
stages.
Yeah, we should.
Nah,
But this
I
has
think
been
it
an
was
insane
unpredictable
World
this
Cup.
World Cup.
Yeah, like I feel like we're doing better than the people on TV.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah, I don't
you
think
find
anybody
people on
I don't
Fox
think anybody
Sports-
picked Morocco like on
Yeah,
TV.
you find people on
Yeah.
Fox Sports were like, I would bet that Belgium and Croatia are getting out of that group, and we made that mistake as well. But at least we picked Morocco.
I mean, you think like Clint Dempsey's watching like European Champions League?
Nah,
Nope.
yeah. So I'm just saying, like, at least we're doing better than the people are getting paid. But
Or what's his name?
Yeah.
Alexi Lalas.
Yeah, Alexi
I
Lalas.
love that guy. He's hilarious.
The State of the Union.
All right, see you guys next week. Fun
All
World
right.
Cup.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
More fun moments,
Yeah.
inshallah.
Yep. So.